Morning. It's Monday the 10th of November 2025. That's it. Today we're going to talk about a couple of things. Remembrance Sunday being one of them. Before that, I want to send solidarity to anybody who's on strike today. And, yesterday BBC's come in for a lot of criticism, haven't they? I think what they did in 2024, well, I know what they did. They edited a clip of Donald Trump and made it appear that he was saying something he didn't. And, there's a couple resigned already. And I'm thinking, all at once, what they've done is wrong. But, historically, it's always been okay. Can you remember when they stuck a Russian hat on Jeremy Corbyn? Everybody were fine with that. When Boris Johnson were pissed up at cenotaph and he laid that wreath upside down, they cut that out and put the year before's clip in, where he weren't drunk. Can you remember how they reversed the footage at Orgreave so it looked like the miners were charging police? Everybody were okay with that. As soon as they do a little bit on Trump, people aren't okay. How mad is that? Look how they got rid of Gary Lineker for speaking the truth. I'm not sure I'll miss it. Well, I'll not miss it because I don't have a telly, so I don't watch it. But on to Remembrance Sunday. I can remember when I was a kid, used to get dressed up, go to cenotaph. All village were there, brass band and that. Obviously, as time goes on, people don't bother going. A lot of people who used to go are dead, etc. But now, they seem to have made it personal, and they're why aren't you wearing a poppy? Why has he got a poppy on? Why is he wearing a white poppy? And they've weaponised it basically. And making people feel comfortable or uncomfortable wearing a poppy. And worst of all for me is the politicians. Because on Friday, you're seeing a reform where they're putting crosses on Westminster Green. We will remember them. And then, not just reform, all politicians of all parties have been on social media with a wreath. This is where I'm laying. We shall remember them and all that bollocks. I'll tell you something. If it were left to me, I don't think politicians should be anywhere near cenotaph. Especially today's crop. I mean, if you look in Westminster, apart from probably half a dozen, they're all quite happy to condone wars, to supply arms to countries so they can kill innocent people. There won't be no wars if it weren't for politicians. Like I say, lots of opinion about who's wearing a poppy, who's not wearing a poppy, who should wear one, who shouldn't. And this made me look at charities. So I had a look at the Royal British Legion and Help for Heroes, two of the biggest charities. Royal British Legion had a total income to 30th of 7, I can't say it. Royal British Legion had a total income to the 30th of September 2024 of 160,711,000. That's 160,711,000 just for that year. For the same 12 months, Help for Heroes had a total income of 18,673,000 for a year. I do know Royal British Legion have got hundreds upon hundreds of millions of pounds in reserve and in assets. And yet, I've been looking at the homeless veterans, and you know how many of these homeless veterans? Let me tell you, I don't know exactly, there's between 100 and 400, and there's all that money floating about. Who's getting rich out of them charities, I'm asking myself. Certainly not the fucking homeless veterans, the people they're raising it for. Anyway, good news. Did anybody see Donald Trump at the fucking football match yesterday? He spoke for 2 minutes and you couldn't hear him for booze. Happy days. Have a great day, buddy, and wake the fuck up.